Welcome to Sideline Sports, where we give you an up-close and personal look at the teams, coaches, and athletes that make up the Columbia Basin. Here's your host, Jeff Slakey.
Welcome to the show. A Wenatchee local wins Minnesota-bound Super Bowl package from the Washington Lotto. Othello boys basketball has been elevated under their first-year head coach. And Washington State siblings become two-time Olympians.
This portion of Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Coulee Cruisers, where all our food is freshly made from scratch. Stay warm and come dine in with us, because baby, it's cold outside. Going to an NFL Super Bowl is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and a Wenatchee man is going off a $5 lottery ticket.
It was a $5 lotto ticket purchased at the SeaTac airport that won a Wenatchee local a Super Bowl trip. Moses Alfaro was on his way back to the Valley after a month-long trip to see his grandparents in Mexico when he bought a $5 lotto ticket. The Wenatchee local went to his brother's house the next day where he was reminded of the second chance game called Minnesota Bound. His brother brought him through the steps to win after he hadn't won the jackpot. The next day, Alfaro got two back-to-back calls from a Seattle area code phone number, but didn't answer.
I didn't really quite get it, and I said, "Hey Jeremy, I think I won something. Check it out." So I send him the voicemail. He calls me back, not even 5 minutes later, and jumping up and down with joy. I can hear him in the background saying that you won, dude, you won the Minnesota-bound Super Bowl tickets. Shut up! And he's like, "I'm serious. You gotta call that lady back."
With the Minnesota-bound package for two, Alfaro won round-trip airfare, a two-night stay, $500 prepaid visa, access to VIP parties before the game, a souvenir package, and transportation while in Minnesota, but most importantly, 2 tickets to the game. The Seahawks fan said that he lost a bet and is supposed to wear a Patriots jersey, but said he would be wearing his Seahawks jersey underneath it if he wore the Patriots jersey at all. The 31-year-old winner will be taking his father with him to the 52nd Super Bowl.
Our family, we suffered, we've been through a lot, and it's just a little fraction of what I can do for him. Yeah.
I'm Madison Meyer with iFiber One News.
Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Cheryl Konos Farmers Insurance is your local one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, and farm and ranch, Cheryl and Farmers are here for you. She'll work to put together a package that fits your needs no matter how big or small. She's right here in EPHRATA. Please stop by for a free quote at 858 Basin Street Southwest or call 509-754-2550.
Othello isn't known for being a powerhouse basketball program, but a young head coach has already had them double last season's conference win total.
For years, Othello basketball has been sitting near the bottom of the CWAC, but first-year head coach Roman Pinnell has been slowly working to change that this season. The Othello Huskies won their last 2 games to advance to a 5-9 district record. While it may not sound like much, it's the best conference record the Huskies have had since 2009, and they can still take a couple of games before the season is out. Coach Pinnell has inspired his seniors, who don't hold back on their season goals.
Our vision's the trophy. That's what we want. That's what we've been working for.
Despite all the seniors leaving at the end of the season, there are some talented players staying on the team. Among them is junior Jonathan Garza, who thinks the team will only get better.
We're gonna push harder because we're losing a lot of guys, but we know what it takes to win now that we've been winning. So it's kind of we getting the culture back.
Coach Pinnell, an Othello High School graduate who played ball at college and overseas in Mexico and Bolivia, explains why he chose to come back to coach Othello.
Basketball-wise, as most people know, it hasn't really or ever been a basketball town since probably the 80s when they went to state. Growing up, that's all I did, man. That's all I did. That's where my love was, my passion was. And I just felt in my heart that I wanted to come back and bring some of that fire that I had to go and do something.
Othello's last home game will be against EPHRATA this Saturday. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFiber One Sports.
This portion of Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
The Winter Olympics are just around the corner, and a couple of siblings on Team USA are from a small town in this neck of the woods.
A new hashtag, Bjorn to Do It, is being used on social media to celebrate the Washington native sibling duo who will represent Team USA in the Winter Olympics for the second time. Sadie and Eric Bjornson began their careers as Olympians in 2014, representing the United States team in cross-country skiing. Both Bjornson siblings were born in Omak and raised in Winthorpe. After high school graduation, Sadie went on to Alaska Pacific University, where she joined the Nordic Center Ski Club. Her younger brother Eric would quickly follow behind. In their first Olympic season of 2014, the Bjornsons placed in the top 20 4 different times. Over the last 4 years, the Bjornsons have been training, competing, and preparing for the 2018 Winter Olympics, while also finishing degrees at Alaska Pacific University. The 2018 Winter Olympics begin on February 8th in South Korea. I'm Madison Meyer with iFiber One News.
Score recaps for you in boys basketball. Othello over EPHRATA, 59-54. Royal 67, Wahluke 59. And Moses Lake over Eastmont, 77-43. In girls basketball, CASHMERE 89, Chelan 34, Moses Lake 38, Sunnyside 37, Royal 50, Wahluke 25. In wrestling, Moses Lake 39, Sunnyside 22, EPHRATA over East Valley 57-18, and Sela 40, Othello 28. It's been 7 years since a team went undefeated in the SCAC East, and the last team to do it, Mabton, isn't even in the conference anymore. But going undefeated in the conference may be what's on the line this Friday for the Royal Knights. The Knights have to make it past a 1-11 college place team in Royal to have a shot at an undefeated season. But if they win Tuesday, the game on Friday will carry a lot of historical weight, especially for a team that's historically known for not winning a lot in basketball. Upcoming games in boys basketball, Wahluke at Warden, West Valley at Moses Lake, and CASHMERE heads to Okanagan. In girls basketball, it's Columbia Burbank at Wahluke, East Valley at EPHRATA, and Sunnyside at Wenatchee. In wrestling, the District 6 4A championships, the District 5 and 6 2A wrestling tournaments, and the 1A boys wrestling districts. This has been another presentation of Sideline Sports. I'm Jeff Slakey.